Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center here to congratulate you on your purchase of your XLR Hyperlite XLT 2815 toy hauler. You guys have picked a really cool trailer here. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. First thing I want you to take into consideration is your slide. Make sure there's plenty of room for that slide to come in and out unhindered. It's not a deep slide, so you don't need a lot of room, but preferably nothing hanging over top of it as well. Then think about where your water and power connections are going to be. On your off-camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle, water connections could be right here at the front, and then still in front of your tires is going to be your power connection. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, unhook your hitch. First thing you do is level your unit. Now, I do recommend get your slide closed, measure your unit, find the middle, and put a stick on level. Have someone watch that while you're coming over to your power tongue jack. You have a docking light should you arrive at night, and simply lower or raise the unit until it's level. Now, if you don't have power, you have this rubber stopper here. Peel that back, and you have this hand crank that'll go down in there, and you can raise or lower the unit by hand. Speaking of power, when you arrive at the campsite, check your battery terminals. Make sure them have it wiggled loose as you're coming down the road. Once you've got your unit level, first thing you do is stabilize it. On all four corners of your unit have these stabilizing jacks. 3/4 inch socket here. Run these down in a matter of seconds by hand. Can use an impact driver or a drill gun if you're impatient. I just recommend when you get to the bottom, slow down. Because remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. You're only going to want to bring them down to their taunt, preferably on stabilizing jack pads. What they're going to do is protect these feet from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer, better distribute the weight. Really good investment. Use your 10% off coupon. You grab a 4-pack of those. So run all 4 quarters down, again, just until they're taut. Once you have any kind of pressure on your handle here, that's as far as you want to go. You've already got your unit level, you don't want to change the levelness. One in each 4 corner. Got unit level and stable. Let's go ahead and hook up our power and water. As you see, you have this super long 50 amp service cord. At the end of that 50 amp cord, should you need it, there's a dog bone that'll bring you from 50 amp down to 30. It's in your convenience pack, and also this 30 amp down to 110. Just remember, run 110, run appliances and everything inside accordingly. Now, the way these new ones go on is they go on straight, twist to the right, and then put your washer on. Once it's twisted to the right, you got power to the unit. Got our power hooked up, let's hook our water up. Right here is your city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting water and liquid into any of these. Hook this up, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Come right up above here to your hot water heater. All we're going to do at this point is return our drain plug. Get that in there. Use some plumber's tape. Plumber's putty is not recommended. It'll stay in the grooves. Plumber's tape, get that in there nice and snug. Then you can go ahead and turn on your hose. Now go inside, open up your hot water valve the farthest from this hot water tank. Once water's coming out of there, it won't be hot yet, but once it's coming out, you know your hot water heater's full and you can turn it on from indoors. You do see an on-off element down here. That is set to off right now. The only time you want to turn this on here is if you're hooked up to 110, and then hook it up here, or excuse me, turn it on here, as well as electric on the inside. If it's not working for some reason, come out here. These may be bubbled up. They are resets, just simply push them back in. All right, so let's say that we're gonna go camping and we're not gonna use City Water Connect, we're gonna use potable water. Right down here, fresh water connection. Do the same thing, hook up your water pressure regulator. Fill it up. 2 ways to tell when this is full. Oh, there's no overflow valve here. So the way you tell this is full is go inside to where you check your tank levels, hold your fresh water button down, and that's when you can tell when this is full. Just remember, turn on your water pump when using your potable water, your fresh water. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. It's already pressurized. All right, we're all hooked up to camp. Power and water's hooked up. We're level and stable. Let me walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit and show you a few things. This is your black tank flush while we're here. We'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. Your low point drains are right there. Just to the right here is a spray port with a hose that plugs in there. Again, your hot water heater. This is where it's prepped for your generator. Here's where you hook up your cable and satellite. So pretty much your whole docking station is going to be right here. Here's where we'll dump our tanks when leaving the campsite. You got 2 gray tanks and a black tank. Power. This is your furnace heat release. If you're running your furnace, steer clear of that. It'll get rather warm. These are access to the back of your fridge. Up there is a vent that you can open up for your garage. So here's your fueling station. Fuel dispenser is there, and here's the switch for that. Already got your deck set up here. Show you quickly how these go up. Super easy. Pull on this handle here. Put your finger in there. It's super easy, and I can't get my finger in there. This allows you to pull that back and just lay this right down. Oh, you gotta pull it all the way back. Once it's past it, and then allow it to release. Lock that in there. That's how that sets. Setting it back up. Again, just pull on this. Lift this whole thing up. Once it's up, go ahead and bring this around and lock it in there. So same thing up on the other side. Swing your panel inside. Lift this panel down to show you how to do that, and then you roll it up when you're done there. Looks like you've already got the Furion backup camera on here as well. To use this as a ramp, set your sides up, remove these cotter pins, and that'll lay this down. Close that up when we're done. This is prep for a TV out here. Here's your backer for it. 110s and cable. Your entry doorway. Your other stabilizing jacks. Here's your storage. You have a light in here. That is your docking light on the front. And a light for your paneling here is your hitch work. This is your battery disconnect. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide detector. On the front of your unit, there's a cover for your propane. Your propane is on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosely open here. Again, check your battery post. That about covers everything on the outside. Let's take a look on the inside. So coming up inside your unit, First thing you'll see is a couple items on the floor. There's your exterior door. This is an access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Looks like you have a ton of 15s in there. Highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. Just to the left of that on the floor is your 12-volt carbon monoxide detector. I just mentioned your battery disconnect. This is always running off your battery. So if you're going to be gone for the day, out using the toys for your toy hauler, go ahead and use your battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. Your vacuum system, simply lift that up and vacuum inside. And then up here on the wall is your control panel. I'll start on the bottom here with tons of lights. Here's your awning extend. I'll show you quickly. Got your awning run just about all the way out. I want to show you how far to run that out. You hit extend here. So you just want to run that out until that flap falls down to 90 degrees and you can see your roll bar. That's as far as you want to run that. Come back over here. To the left here is where you turn on your water pump. Here's where you turn on your water heater. Here's where you turn on your tank heaters if you're in inclement weather. Here's your fuel pump shut off. Your kitchen slide. No other slides, it's the general panel that they use for all. Here's where you start and stop your generator. And there's your bed lift. We'll get to that in a moment. Coming up here is where you check your levels of your tanks, starting with your battery. Your fresh water, that's where you can hold that button in to tell when your potable water is full. And of course your black and gray tanks that are empty. Above here is your thermostat. I'll try to get this where you can read it. We'll turn your AC on. That kicked on. Shut that off and we'll turn on your furnace. You'll notice that your AC will shut off quickly. Now your furnace is on. We'll shut the furnace off. Now you'll notice that the furnace blower takes a while to shut off. It's like that in all units. This is your max air control vent for that vent over there in the kitchen. Coming out into the kitchen. You hear your furnace running. Your TV. Remotes are here. Turn TV on. Should have some NCAA basketball going on right now. And I'm right. TV works. You also have a remote for your sound system. As you see on your remote here, you got different zones. 4 different zones that you can play your music in. Auxiliaries, TV sound, whatever you want to run through here. USBs, Bluetooth. Really nice sound system. In your kitchen, just remember, you have another home now. Maintain your plumbing. You're bouncing this thing down the road, keep an eye on your plumbing. Make sure nothing wiggles loose. A lot of individual lighting throughout the unit. Self-explanatory microwave. I will mention that it does have, I thought there was the light was up here. Nope, the light is controlled under here. So your brass top makes an excellent backsplash. You have a panel light. Turn on your top panel light. As you turn this to light, hit your spark, and there's your flame. Furnace just shut off, so you see the amount of time it takes your furnace to shut off. Same thing on your oven. Turn this to light here. Hit your spark here to light your oven. And you also have an oven light. 110 here. Nice spot for a coffee pot. Let's talk about your Dometic Fridge. We'll open that up. Controls are at the top here. Turn it on here to the left. Push this button in, we're on auto. Auto means when we're plugged into electricity, it's running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, it goes to gas. Or simply press the button out and now we're on gas. If this light up here comes on, it means your gas is low and you need to check your gas. Shut it off there. These are the vents I talked about from outside. Simply press them out. Gives you ventilation in here. We'll mess with this here in a moment. Your windows, 110 up here. All this, a lot of individual lighting. and accent lighting. Your seating we've got strapped in for travel. Once that's undone, they're just push-back recliners. Actually, these are just a swivel, excuse me. Your max air vent, your AC with a quick dump. Little trick when you get to the campsite and it's super hot in your trailer. Open up your quick dump. When you turn on your AC, it allows your AC to cool the cool air. And then when you close this, it will blast the cold air throughout your unit. Fire extinguisher located at the entry doorway. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows where that's at in case of emergency. Smoke alarm up here. Coming into your bathroom. Just want to mention this is where your 110 with GFCI resets at. Another max air vent here as well. You can just touch that button right there. It'll open it up and turn it on for you. Or you can close the vent there, hit off, it'll close it up and shut it off. Down here, the HVAC system. Simply move that to the side, hook up your vacuum here, turn that on, and you can vacuum throughout the unit. A couple of 110s next to the bed, USB ports on that side. A hand crank open, push button exhaust vent in your bedroom. Your separate TV back here. And here's your other remote for that. Oops, I just shut it off. Oh, there we go. So that's working. So when you arrive at the campsite, before running your digital channel scan, make sure that this button here is pushed in. That's for the front TV, this is for the back TV. Make sure them are both green, and then run your digital channel, because that's a digital channel enhancer. It'll allow you to pick up more channels. So let's act like we're leaving the campsite. What I like to do is go through and shut off all the lighting. Let's do that real quick. Before we exit the unit here, I'm going to go ahead and show your bed. Show you how this comes up and down. Now on the floor there is a spot to put these table legs and 2 tables. I'll show you that. When you bring it down both, you can bring down just the chairs. I'll show you that when we bring it back up. As you bring down the bunk, it will stop on its own. Don't worry, the bottom of those tables are not touching the bottom of that bunk. So I'm just holding bed down on the control panel. Now you can bring it all the way down to the floor and use it as a bed. Or bring it up some. I'll remove these real quick. So lift up on the bottom of your bed here. Against the wall and pull up on the back, just like jackknifing a bed. That's how that was set up. I'll do it again over here, maybe you can see me a little better. Push it, lift up on it, grab the back, bottom will push in, and that folds up. Now, if we want to bring down, leave up the top bunk, around the corners here is this little metal asp on all 4 corners. To be in, it brings down the top bunk. Flip this down on all 4 corners, and then when you bring down the bed, the top bunk will stay up, and these will come down on their own. I'll lay these back down. See from back here. Hope you were able to see that. Oh, and put your tables back down. While I have it down, here's your top bunk area. There's a ladder to set up there. A hand crank open button to touch up there, and lighting. And come back over, bed lift, and it'll run it back up. So now I brought the bunk up, shut off all the lighting except for what I can shut off here at ceiling. First things first, make sure these drawers are closed. Very important. Don't want to rip them off because you close your slide. Come over here, press down, brings your kitchen slide in. See the importance of having those drawers closed. Shut off the ceiling lights and head out of the unit. Close your exterior door, lock and deadbolt your door. Lift and turn your handle. It's much easier one-person job or two-person job. So I'm gonna go inside and roll that up for you first. Alright, this is normally a two-person job, but I might be able to pull it off as one. Simply lift it up. The only thing you want to do is watch your cables, make sure they don't catch inside the door. I'm just walking it up with my hand. Set it up inside here. Check the other side. Make sure no cable issues. We're good. Bring this over. Push and lock it in. Lock your toys up. Alright, we're going to bring up our stabilizing jacks. You're going to come up to your hot water heater. You're going to pull up on this pressure release valve. That's going to let all the water out of the lines. Once you do, make sure you close this, otherwise this door won't close. Then you can pull your drain plug. Be sure to close your hot water heater. Come to your low point drain. Pull both of those. Get all the water drained out. And head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, you can take the sewage hose, come to your convenience pack. Accordion up, 10-foot one. Hook this up here, run the other end to the sewage hose. You see it's labeled gray, black, gray. Black, the big one's gonna be your sewage. Pull that black handle. Once it sounds like it's no longer draining, come up here, again with your water pressure regulator. Hook up the hose at the dump station, and with your black handle open, run that hose for a good 5 minutes and wash out that black tank. Get all that nastiness out of there. Unhook your hose. Come back here, close your black handle. Pull either gray. I say start on the left, pull your gray handle there. Close that. Pull this gray handle. That's going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. It's going to clean out your sewage hose better for you. Take it, store it away in a sanitary place, and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this trailer for many years to come. Happy camping.